Hi everyone, my name is Celeste. If we haven't met before, I am the homeschooling mom of 3 boys. It's amazing to think that we are inching close to the end of our school year. At the time of recording this video, we actually here are about 6 weeks to the end of our homeschool year. And so I was thinking about the things that we do here in our home to help finish the homeschool year strong. How we approach the end of the year, the things that we do to make sure that we have a nice, strong finish to our homeschool year. So we in our homeschool, we homeschool on a 36-week, 180-day calendar. But I know many homeschool families do a year-round schedule. But whether you homeschool year-round or if you homeschool 36 weeks like we do here, I think that most of us take a little break or a stop and kind of like a reset time, right, before we start a new school year. So I wanted to share some things that we do here in our homeschool, 7 tips that help us finish the homeschool year strong. Number one is to set an end date or an end week or just an overall time that you believe that you'll be finishing your school year. So depending on if you are schooling a certain number of days, this is going to depend a lot maybe on the state laws. Some states require a specific number of days or a specific number of hours of schooling. Others do not require that. So that really is going to depend on your specific state law. But depending on that and what you want to achieve also in your homeschool, it's great to take a look at kind of where you are and establish that end date so that you know exactly how much time you have to complete the work that you have to do. Tip number 2 is to assess each child. And when I mean assess, I don't necessarily mean test. What I mean is take each one of your children and look at where they are in each subject. So it's possible that some of your children, maybe in certain subjects, they may not be where you thought they would be at this point. So then what does that mean? You know, taking a look at what really needs to be done for the end of the year. Where are they at? Where are they in each subject? In other cases, you may see that your children are far more ahead than you may have anticipated. So our oldest son, it's funny, today he just did his final exam for his Algebra 1 course and there's still 6 weeks left of school. So he really tackled that math and was able to finish it earlier, right, than anticipated. So then what we did here is decided to take the next 6 weeks and get him started in Khan Academy, a free resource, so that he's able to continue working on geometry and some skills for the rest of the year, kind of more in a relaxed way. But this is an example of something that you can do at this time. Take each child, look at each subject, see where they're at this point in the school year. Tip 3 continues from tip 2, and that depending on that assessment that you have made of where each of your children are, specifically in each subject, then you can determine, okay, what is the goal that I have to set for the end of the year? So for this subject, for this child, based on where they are and where I believe they should be by the end of this year, what is the plan that we're going to put in place? What is going to be the ultimate goal? So it's possible, like I said, you may have to adjust the initial goal you had at the beginning of the year. It's possible that you may have to readjust, but it's great to be able to look at each child, where they are at this point, and then set your new goal and your new plan for the rest of the school year. All right, tip 4 is to incorporate projects or hands-on activities whenever you can at the end of the year. So when you make this new plan or the adjusted plan for the rest of the school year, right, your goals from here till the last day of school, and maybe because of life, you haven't been able to incorporate as much as you would have liked to. I feel the end of the year is a great time to really bring in those interests. Is there a specific topic that your child really wanted to study, they wanted to learn more about? Maybe you haven't had time. This is a great time to create kind of maybe a project around that topic, around that theme, and be able to check off those kind of wish list things that your child may have for the end of their school year. So having a lot of hands-on projects, activities, getting out as much as you can to do that, I think is a really great way to end the homeschool year strong. Tip 5 is work hard, play hard. So here in our home, we really try to have the boys work hard. We believe in a strong work ethic, that everything that we do, as our theme verse says, we're doing it for the Lord and not for man. So their work, my work, everything that we do, we're doing it to the glory of God. So that means we are working hard, we are working diligently each day, and we like to finish strong. So we're not necessarily easing up, but we're really revving up our work and all of our effort to finish really strong, and really try to communicate that and have that kind of be, you know, the feeling of our homeschool. But Along with that, working hard. We like to have extra time now that the weather where we live is getting nicer, for the boys to be able to get out and have more time to play outside, to do more fun hands-on things as a family, getting out, doing more things together. So I think as we inch close to the summer, it starts getting us excited to this new season. We work really hard, but we also try to have a lot of great opportunities for fun, for family time, to start enjoying and kind of getting revved up and ready for summer. Tip number 6 is to start reflecting and celebrating victories. It's a great time to take a look as you are assessing, as I said in tip number 2, take a look at what things have you as a family accomplished? What have your children accomplished? What are the great victories that the Lord has allowed you to have? If there's a certain child that had a certain struggle at the beginning of the year, what have they been able to do? So one thing that we did in the beginning of our homeschool year is that we always set goals. We have the boys fill out a goal sheet for different areas of their life. So a spiritual goal, maybe a family goal, a personal development goal. It was amazing to see when we looked at them this past week. They were looking at their goals and they were like, wow, I accomplished this, and I actually met this goal, and I accomplished this goal. So it's really great to set those goals in the beginning of the year, and then now start celebrating, start thanking God, start giving God the glory, the things that He's allowed us to accomplish. I know all of us have been through struggles. We've had hardships, maybe unexpected things that we had to tackle in this last school year. Definitely all of us did in some way, right? But how wonderful to be able to say through all of this, God has been faithful, and we've been able to do this by His grace. So start celebrating those victories, acknowledging those accomplishments, and thanking God, and really finishing the school year with an attitude and a heart of thanksgiving. All right, tip number 7 is to make a countdown for the last day of school. So this is something that we have done every single year since we've been homeschooling, and the boys love it. They're the ones that reminded me we have to do our countdown. So you can decide, right, how you'd like to do it. You may want to do it for a full month, for the last couple weeks. The boys like to do the last 10 days. I don't know, it's just what they like to do. So we've always done the last 10 days of school. There's different ideas that you can use to be able to do this countdown. You can do really creative things and also show you the really simple thing that we do. So an idea that you could do is to do like sticky notes or like a poster that you kind of pull off each day as each day goes by. If you feel really adventurous and don't mind the noise, you could also do a balloon countdown where you have like a wall that you put up balloons, and your children can pop one each day and get closer. You can put things inside, little surprises, treats in the balloons that they can have as they pop each day and get closer to the end of the year. What we're gonna do here is actually super simple, and it's a link. So a paper link. We all know the paper link. So this is literally what we use, and we created this for the last 10 days of school. So I'll be hanging this up near our whiteboard, and every single day the boys can take off a link. These are super simple to make. Basically, you just cut different color strips of paper, you can staple them together, link them, and you have your countdown. Something I also did is that within each link there's also a little section where I put a little white piece of paper, because that's where I put a special treat or a special surprise or an activity that we're gonna do each day. So for example, they can have a special snack, or they may have a special prize, special game night. So different ideas, they don't have to be big things, but just every single day as we're counting down, you can open it, and then they can peel away that strip of paper and see what the special activity or what the special prize is. And this really builds up a lot of excitement. Boys are getting older. Our children are in 7th, 5th, and 3rd grade. And even our 7th grader still enjoys this and gets really exciting to be able to take off a link each day and get closer and see with every day, with all the hard work that they've done, that it's paying off and they're getting close to the end. In the next few videos, I'm also going to share some ideas for the last day of school. I'll share some of our plans for the summer, how to do laid back summer learning, as well as yearly classroom clean out, how to clean out your classroom and get it set and ready for the new school year. So you keep an eye out for those videos. What are some of the tips that you have that help you finish your homeschool year strong? Please leave them in the comments below so that we can all learn from each other and hear all the different things, right, that work maybe for your homeschool and help you have a great ending to your homeschool year. I pray that you and your family are well. I pray you are blessed. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, and I look forward to talking to you soon.